When the journey didn't go as planned, the businessman awoke the next morning with confidence in his heart. He believed the little van that had carried so many would soon carry the community again. He moved through his morning routine with expectation in his spirit. Everything felt settled. Then the phone rang. It was the mechanic's apprentice. His voice was gentle, but heavy. "Sir, you will need to come for the van, the mechanic. He is no longer with us." For a moment, time stood still. The businessman felt the weight of disappointment press against his chest. Not only was the work unfinished, but a life had been lost, plans had been interrupted, hope had been delayed. He shared the news with his family, and together they paused. Not in frustration, but in prayer they prayed for the mechanic's family, asking God to comfort them in their time of grief. Even in setback, compassion came first. But the journey was not over. Determined, he set out with his brother-in-law, a man with some mechanical experience. The old engine was still weak, still overheating, still unreliable. The road home would not be easy, and he knew he needed help beside him. When they arrived, the apprentice handed over the keys. The engine coughed to life. It sounded tired, like a runner nearing the end of a race, but it moved. They began the long drive from E. Wharton toward Guy's Hill. The landscape stretched out before them, fields of oranges glowing under the sun, tall sugarcane swaying in the breeze, and wide-open plains that seemed almost peaceful enough to make them forget the trouble beneath the hood. But the peace did not last. They stopped at Berkshire Hall to service the struggling engine. Before attempting the steep climb, known as Devil's Race Course, a winding road carved with sharp corners and deep bends, its name told its own story. One wrong move, one mechanical failure, and danger would be close. Slowly, carefully, they climbed. Finally, they reached a place called Corner Rest, a traditional stopping point for heavy-duty vehicles that had successfully conquered the hill. Drivers had paused there for generations, either to cool engines or to serve passengers from the nearby community. They stopped. They ate and they thought, what if there's a mechanic nearby? They wondered. There wasn't. So they pressed on to Guy's Hill and found a mechanic shop. The owner listened carefully as the businessman explained the unusual engine conversion. The straight-six engine waiting to be fitted into the small light ace. The mechanic shook his head gently. "Sorry," he said, "we've never done anything like that before." Another door closed. They drove again, nearly home now, and stopped at a small mechanic close to their community. He examined the situation and declared it impossible. He had never seen such a thing done.